I do love my completely random streams occasionally. I've got 2 car boot videos that I've got to do. One from today, one from last week. But I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do something I promised that I'd do for about 3 years, and that is start going streaming my Star Wars collection. Now, I'm not a big collector. I'll say I'm not a big collector of Star Wars. So I don't go out and buy it these days. I had it a lot when I was a kid. I sold a lot of it when I was about 11. Garage sale, £1 a figure. Morning, Neil. Just doing some vintage Star Wars stuff because I promised it to Mark, Blue Harvest Toys, years ago, and never did it. So had a lot of Star Wars. Sold a load of Star Wars when I was about 11, and then when I started getting into when I was going to car boots like in the mid-90s, and I used to see the odd bit of Star Wars vintage. I'm only interested in vintage stuff, like no sort of 90s release or anything, and bought a bit then, and then I bought a whole load. My sister-in-law's boyfriend at the time sold I bought $1,000 worth off him. Now this was probably, oh my god, when did I meet Liz? We're probably talking 18 years ago now. Oh my god, yeah, 18 years ago. So there we go. This will probably take a good few streams to cover it all, so I might do one a month or one every few months. And I'm hoping Mark's going to be on. He might be having a cup of tea. I don't know. I have sent him a link. But yes, good to see people in here. Who we got? We've got Neil. We've got Zippy. Hello, Zippy. Kieran, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Busy. Hello, boys and girls and rabbits. Oh yes, don't miss out the rabbits. Damien, good to see you. Shabba. Yeah, good to see everyone, really. So I'm just going through some old Star Wars figures, and what got me looking at this was Marcus spotted a toy, one of these, R5D4, which has recently made an appearance in The Mandalorian. But it was a variant that was worth £200-300, something like that. And I thought, oh, I wonder if mine's that. And what you're looking for on the label is, you see there's 2 squares there. This is a very, very worn label. If they're both red, so you're looking for like red block R5D4, go and search completes on eBay. This isn't worth £200-300, probably worth, I don't know, £5 to £10 or something like that. I really don't know. I haven't got a price. I haven't got an idea on any of the prices of this sort of stuff. This really is just it's a bit of a show and tell, really. Can't stop just saying hi. We'll watch later. Smash a thumbs up. Well, that sounds like a good idea. Ali, good to see you. I don't know if you're going to be interested in vintage Star Wars toys. You might well be. Who knows? Oh, Mark is here. Let's add him in, and hopefully I'll be able to hear him.
Hello.
I can't hear him. Hang on, is that me? Hi, Mark. How you doing?
Hello there. Let's just rearrange that a bit.
Hear him. I've got a horrible feeling it's my fault.
I think everybody else can hear me. I can hear you.
My settings. Right, speak again. See if I can hear you now.
Hello there.
I can hear you now. I plugged my Princess Leia's into my Rode microphone and thought that was the right thing to do, but now I've just plugged it in my normal one. So thanks for coming on, Mark. Yeah. No problem. I was just saying what got me going on this, because I promised to do it years ago and then never got around to it, really.
Yeah.
And
me too.
My collection is, well, there's a whole load of it in the cupboard, and there's a whole load of it somewhere else, and some of it's in the loft. And so
story.
And none of it's on display. I mean, really, I should sort of tidy all this up and get it on display. But what got me going on it was your little stream on this little fella, because I thought, oh, I wonder if mine's worth any money. It's not. It's just the normal one.
No,
But-
they're always worth money.
But that one you had, you said it wasn't available in the UK. It's not like you could buy it in the UK. Or it was...
Maybe not. We don't know. It's one of
Yeah.
those things that you'll never actually know unless you maybe get like a Trilogo card that when it was came out in the UK, a Palatoy card, or. But yeah, I think it was at a certain factory. It was a factory error, and there's so many printed, and they just used them.
Because when you said, I was looking at your video, and you're saying like the head size was sort of slightly different or thinner, thicker, I think it was. And that rang a bell with me that, I'd seen wider ones, and I thought, oh, is it my one that was wider? But no, it wasn't. But if you do see one of those down the boot fair, or if you see any Star Wars at the boot fair,
You can't really tell, can you? It's put them together.
Well,
you can't
you can
you
tell.
can see, you can see. I suppose that is wider than that one.
Yeah, very nice spot, that one. So what I've got today, it is a bit of a show and tell, really, but I've just got like 3 options, really, because this is going to probably, I'm never going to cover it all in one stream. I might do a stream every 2 months just to sort of plow through it. But I've got a bag of random figures.
Nice.
Which is like bad condition. I've got a box of kind of random stuff, which is kind of all bits and bobs.
I always like looking through bags and boxes, especially with vintage Star Wars.
I've got a box here of figures, which I seem to have bagged individually, which I imagine might be the better ones.
Sounds promising.
We'll do the figures, I think. The better figures, and we'll go through these. And I mean, when I was buying Star Wars, so like I said, I was very much into it when it came out. I remember when they first came out. I used to go down my sort of. They sold them in a lawnmower shop for some reason.
I sold them everywhere.
Yeah, in Chen Village.
Absolutely.
Used to go down there, and I think they were like 79p when I first bought them, a figure. And
I think Woolworths was selling them for about £1.25. Our market store was 99p, so I always got them from the market store. My mum would always take me to the market store first.
And I remember I kind of stopped buying them. I very much bought the Star Wars Empire Strikes Back, and I think I must have sort of tailed off round about when Return of the Jedi came out, because I remember I've got this distinct memory of being in the top floor of British Home Stores, and I had a Gamorrean guard there, and I thought, oh, that looks like a really good figure. But it was £1.79, and I remember thinking that's £1 more than they were when they first started.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons I didn't get Master of the Universe figures. Yeah, it's sort of like double a normal Star Wars figure.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it? So I'm pretty sure. Cause, I mean, what I had originally, I had the original X-wing before the battle damage version. I've still got that. I had the Death Star, which I sold, had loads of figures, and I was just saying, they all got sold in a garage sale when I was about 12 for £1 a figure.
Yeah,
I had original Tauntaun, I had a Wampa, I had the Hoth gun turret thing, and it all went. I kept the X-wing. I think I kept about 15 figures, and Boba Fett I kept because he was my favourite one. But then I just got a whole batch of stuff, probably about 18 years ago, off my sister-in-law's boyfriend at the time, because he was selling those. So a lot of this stuff is off him. And he had a mum who was a bit sort of obsessive and would buy him lots and lots of one figure. So I'll start going through this now, because like I say, this is gonna take ages. But an example of this is how many 3POs I've got. Now I think these are all detachable limb ones.
Yeah, and Empire Strikes Back ones, yeah.
So
have you got the bags?
I've got some bags, yeah. But look how many I've got.
How many?
Hang on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
You've got a droid factory there.
10. It's I could reenact that scene. It's ridiculous. 11, 12. It's just absolutely bonkers. And I had loads of Princess Leia Bouche. Is it the?
Yeah,
I,
that was a popular figure.
Yeah, very popular with that like very long gun. So something like there's more coming. It's ridiculous. So probably got about like 20, 25 3POs. And I don't think I've got any.
No wonder we can't get these figures. You've got them.
Just crazy. And when I first started reselling, I sold a lot of the Princess Leia bounty hunter figures. I just try and get my eBay account sort of like really going. So that was probably about 2016, and I thought, well, this is good. They all sold very well, but you know, it's I should sell some of these. What I'd like to do is maybe try and swap some of these out, because I have got like loads of replicas, duplicates. And rather than have 25 3POs, try and get like one of each of the original figures. You know, that would be a nice thing to do. Yeah. Even though, you know, I did only collect it up to Empire Strikes Back, it would still be.
I'm the same. I've got all the 96.
Yeah.
I just have to. It's 4 blasters and 1 bow that I need.
Yes, I remember you saying about your bow. I don't know if I've got it.
I've completed them all 96.
Well, what else we got in there? So this is the Gamorrean Guard again. You know, I thought this was
brilliant figure,
a very good figure. I mean, there was never a figure that fat before he came out. I don't think.
I'll show you something. Run into my cabinet. Does that look familiar? You won't be able to tell because
is it like the same mold or something?
It is a Gamorrean Guard.
Yeah,
as Friar Tuck. You can tell by the feet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, it's the same figure.
Yeah,
with a different head.
And it's Kenner.
That's why I've got that, because it's the Gamorrean Guard. The thing is that a lot of the Robin Hood you'll recognise. You got the Ewok village, the battle wagon.
Yeah,
I
saw one of those Ewok villages last year at the boot fair, and I didn't get it, which is a bit annoying.
Yeah, it's Kenner. They used. I think some of them were the superheroes lines as well.
Yeah,
they used bodies for. But yeah, that's the reason I've got that.
What else we've got in now? I've probably got things I don't even know the name of, because like this guy, I recognise him, but you know. It's that's a late-ish figure, is it?
Yeah, it's Return of the Jedi. Sorry, it's 8D8 that was in Jabba's palace.
Oh, okay.
Torturing the droids.
The torture droid.
Yeah.
So we've got him. Got a Luke Skywalker X-wing pilot.
Yeah.
It was never called it wasn't like a generic X-wing pilot, was it? It was Luke Skywalker.
No, it does look like one. I do think that they wanted to make a generic.
Yeah,
X-wing pilot, but
it's black hair, black eyes. Luke Skywalker.
No, it's not. It's not hair.
Oh, isn't it? Is it goggles then, or something?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. I always thought. I think everybody thought that as a kid.
Yeah.
The goggles. You know, that slide down.
It's a weird figure, isn't it? I mean, the eyes. The it's almost comic eyes.
Yeah.
Like Charlie Brown or something. You know.
Yeah.
Very, very strange figure. There you go. There's that one. What else have we got? I've got Nien Nunb.
Yep. Return of the Jedi.
And then a lot of these, I think, are just sort of like random little Ewoks.
Yeah, Wicket and Chief Chirper.
And then the other two. Now you're after the bow of.
That's Lord Grey and Tebow.
Yeah.
They're both for the last one of the last 17. Warwick. There's two Ewoks that look exactly the same.
Yeah, it's easily confused, isn't it?
A little bit of a head tilt.
So it's Bib Fortuna and this guy, which I've forgotten the name.
He's my least favourite figure.
And again, they're missing cloaks, and a lot of this stuff is missing cloaks.
Yeah,
that's a Bosk.
Yeah,
one of the bounty hunters. He's great in Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah,
when he's looking down on one of the Imperial guards, very menacing. Now these ones are all in bags. So a couple of Imperial Emperor's guards.
Royal guards, yeah.
Yeah, which
You also need at least 2 of those.
you do need to. You get so many of these where the cloak has been removed.
Yeah, because there's 2 cloaks on it.
Yeah,
There's an
and
inner
like
cloak and an outer
a
cloak.
body cloak and like an outer cloak, isn't there? But I haven't got the spears. It was like a grey spear. These ones came with, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a force pike. They call it,
yeah.
I think. Yeah.
I've got another near numb. I think these are obviously bagged up because they're, not as in worn condition as the other ones. That one with a bow. That's not the one you're after, is it?
That is, it's the darker bow I need. That looks like a repro bow anyway.
You can tell. You can tell.
Yeah, it's just too shiny. It looks too shiny to me.
I don't.
That's my job. That's my job. I toy value and I can more or less tell straight away. That's good though. I mean, it might not be. What does the plastic feel? Is it bendy or is it stiff?
Let's have a look. Difficult to tell, really. This bit's obviously bendy, but
yeah,
I'll probably end up breaking it.
Yeah,
we got
it might not be. It might not be. It might be the light on the camera.
Is that the figure that you're looking for the bow for?
No, because that I was saying there's that one which is Lomat. I think it's Lomat. There's 8 Ewoks to remember the names of. Oh, that's Lomat because his head straight up, but Warwick is like it's got like a bit of a head tilt,
slightly to the side. I remember when
it's a darker bow as well.
When they brought the Ewoks out on the back of the card, they put a little blackout of the 2 figures that were going to be released,
the Chief Chirper and the Low Grey.
And I remember trying to scrape that off, thinking it was underneath. Stupid things you do.
Yeah.
But here's another one. Again, better
T-Bow.
Better quality one.
Yeah, I mean they're complete. So the Ewoks have shot up in value.
I think I've got I don't know how many of the Ewoks I've got. Probably.
Low Grey is one of the more common ones. Chief Chirper and Low Grey are the common ones.
There's this one. Another. I'll get them out of the bag.
That's Paplo. He's the one that stole the speeder bike.
Oh, okay. I mean, how many?
You're talking about £100 for that one.
Really?
Yeah. The Warwick is about £200. That's why I can't get the bow.
Yeah.
But it's the accessories. It's not really the figure. It's the accessories.
Oh yeah.
That make the money.
Here's another whole bag of Gamorrean guards. So it's just.
Oh, nice.
You see, I don't mind having lots of stormtroopers. I quite like that, or stormtrooper variants. But Gamorrean guards, I probably only want a couple.
So you can army build Gamorrean guards, can't you?
Yeah.
I mean, I've got the Jabba's Palace there, and I've only got one Gamorrean guard, I think. Yeah, I've only got one in there.
So this is quite good. It's got all the axes in the bottom and stuff. So here's one of my favourite figures when it came out at the time, and it's a shame that it hasn't.
FX7, yeah.
FX7. It's a shame it's broken on the little arm.
Yeah.
Out, but it's got all the legs.
Because somebody told me the other day that it's because it swivels around.
Yeah.
The arm swivels around. I don't think it was supposed to. I think it was actually glued on, but it does swivel around if you break the glue. But obviously, people probably trying to
the arms
around and broke it.
Oh right, yeah. I was so different to any other kind of figure that that Star Wars was bringing out.
Like a Dalek, isn't it? Then
yeah, it's like kind of reminds me of the Black Hole figures, like the little You had the little droid in Black Hole, but. What else we got in here? Got a whole lot. This is obviously some sort of Imperial Guard, but again, I think it might have been after my time, like in a black uniform.
Commander, yeah.
So is that
now? Look at each of those heads. There's a fat head and a thin head.
Let's have a look.
Looks like you've got both variants there.
I don't know. Actually, it all looks the same to me. What there's a sort of one looks a bit more tanned, but it's probably it's probably quite difficult to tell.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a fat head and a thin head.
Yeah, they all look pretty thin.
There's so many different variants. So like it's like this R5. That is a variant.
Yeah.
There's so many different variants of the figures.
That I always sort of think of as like the classic Star Wars or Stormtrooper gun when it first came out.
Well, it's blue and not blue black, so it's not the Stormtrooper one.
Oh right, yeah.
Probably probably Hammerhead or something like that.
So this sort of
blue. It might even go with the Imperial Commander actually.
So that because when they originally came out, the Stormtrooper ones were like black. And then they started using like this bluey plastic a bit later on, and that is for specific figures have a specific color, do they?
Yeah.
Oh God, there's so much.
Yeah, it is. It's. I don't tend to go down that route because if I get a correct blaster, whatever color, the only one I do look at is Princess Leia.
Yeah,
Princess Leia. The original Princess Leia is black, blue black. But the rest of the others are blue.
And it must be. I mean, these days, there's so many repro for guns and that. I mean, can you really tell the difference for a repro and a
they're getting better. I mean, that is a part of my job with the volume because obviously auction houses will not sell anything repro.
Yeah. Now this one, I think when I bought the bundle of this big bundle. This was one of the ones he was banging on about.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, his staff is broken.
Yeah,
he has got
mine has. It wasn't broken and it fell off and it snapped.
Yeah,
I've glued it. Like, it's fine for me.
Yeah, I think I might. Try and glue that.
Yeah. You just need to get a bit of glue on it. You get some proper, not super glue, something a bit stronger. So
is that one the last 17?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean,
that's worth about £200.
Really? Oh God, it is nuts. I mean, like I say, I bought a lot of this stuff 18 years ago, and I mean the values. I mean, has the value shot up like more so in the last sort of 10 years to the previous 10 years?
Oh yeah,
it's crazy, isn't it? It is crazy.
Yeah, I've got a guidebook from 2005, and I use it because it does tell you which is the higher price figure, but it's obviously way behind the times. I do use the Star Wars Tracker app, which gives you a more up to date.
Oh, right.
It's like day by day increase. That's the last 17 as well.
Oh, is it? That's like an Endor. Is that a Luke Skywalker?
Yeah. It's funny how you could never take the helmet off him. You can take the helmet off Leia, but not Luke.
What else we got in here?
That would have made a really good Death Star Luke.
Couple of Cloud City.
I'm after getting some of those. If you want rid of those,
I think this might be a variant because one's got very large.
I did a video on this a couple of years back. That is the figure with the most variations.
Yeah,
there's like a ginger one. I
mean, the face does look different as well.
But I am going to do a video. I've just done a video on the variants of Bespin Luke. I want to do Bespin Leia.
Yeah, but I mean, these two are lovely condition. I mean, it's weird. Some of these were kept really well because the guy had multiples. I think some, and but others are completely trashed. So it goes from one extreme to the other.
I mean, I've got it there on my Leia shelf, but I've just ordered another one.
Yeah,
but there's one with the Bespin Leia. There's the polar neck where it's painted.
Yeah.
Or there's the unpainted neck where it's the flesh color. So that's the big variant of that one.
A few of these ASAT drivers.
Yeah.
And again, this seems there's a variant on this because one of them has a black backpack and one of them has a black and red.
There's so many different. I mean, there were so many different factories.
Yeah.
They were making them in Hong Kong style within China and Taiwan.
But
Mexico.
that gun's pretty cool, and the this bit always got broken, didn't it?
Yeah.
This little bit here. So I've got a few of those guns. So yeah, this is how many have I got of those? 6 of those. Do you do anything about if your stormtroopers are yellowed through the age, or
No.
just don't worry about it?
No, would never do that.
Because
it degrades the plastic. Plus, they'll go yellow. You'll go yellow again straight away.
well, I mean, I get a lot of
Oxidization of the plastic. That's all it is.
Yeah, I get a lot of Amigas and Commodore 64s, and I was aware of like the yellowing and people putting what is it, some sort of chemical on it and putting ultraviolet light on it.
Yeah,
and
I mean, it's up to you if you want to do that. Yeah, fine, but you could just be careful of what you do it on, because
you could ruin your toy, didn't you? Yeah, you can make it really brittle and stuff. I mean, what I have done with it's just left stuff out in the sun, but obviously been careful, like outside, and that reverts it back to white. And that is more of a natural way of doing it. It takes longer, but it's quite a good way of doing it. So
It's like the Millennium Falcon. Millennium Falcon is 2 different plastics. Now you usually find the one part of the plastic yellows and one part doesn't.
Yeah,
it's weird. It's like I say, it's oxidization. It's really nerdy, but
it shows that it does age. But
yeah.
Right. This is TIE Fighter. Now
Pilot, yeah.
That it's got a gun. Now that was that gun I know was the
Cloud Car Pilot.
Is it the
it's
his gun?
Yeah.
Now I thought it was Speeder Bike. Is it the same one as a Speeder Bike?
Speeder Bike's got a little pistol.
Oh right, maybe it's not the same one.
That's what she said.
What else we got in here? About halfway through. That one. Again,
yeah, Imperial Commander.
Not that must have been Return of the Jedi.
Actually, well, it's the Attack Commander.
Yeah.
But
I don't remember that.
It's meant to be. I have actually got General Veers. It's meant to be General Veers.
Yeah.
I've got it in Black Series. It's meant to be General Veers, but the Imperial Commander looks more like General Veers than the Attack Commander.
I've got a whole bag of stormtroopers here.
Oh, nice!
Which is a lot of the snow troopers.
Yeah,
and these really yellow. So that's probably pretty much all snow troopers. But there's a couple of Speeder Bike guys in there.
Watch that yellow snow.
But there's one here that, he's been in the yellow snow. Look at that. But like with the repros, you can get repro capes for these, can't you?
There is a really, really expensive variant of that. That was only came out in Germany. They gave it away in a comic in Germany.
Oh right.
But it has the Action Force gun, one of the Action Force guns.
So if you've got one of those, these ones I know. The eyes sometimes were different. Weren't they? I think,
there's like an unibrow.
Yeah,
I had a carded Palatoy one of those as well, and I sold it. I think I got it for £200, and I sold it for 500.
Blimey.
Do
you do a lot of like carded sealed stuff, or not too interested in it?
No, I've got one. I've got one that I was gifted.
Yeah.
Admiral Akbar, and that's it. And I've got an episode 1 graded figure, which I got pretty cheaply on an auction.
What else we got in there? So we've got a Luke, a Jedi Luke. Is that?
Yeah, Jedi Nighthawk. Is that the brown hair one?
Oh, it looks pretty brown hair.
It looks. Yeah, it's like an olive. Yeah, looks like it might be a painted face one as well.
Yeah, it's painted slight wear on the nose and the nose.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they always that would because it rubs against the bubble.
Yeah,
because he's got quite a big nose.
So did that come with like the separate lightsaber to it as well? Or, like...
Yeah, it came with the blue one to start with.
Yeah,
and then they changed it to green.
Oh.
But it can come with the snap cape or a sawn cape. I've got either one. I've got a blue I've got a green one in the Jabba's palace with the snap cape.
Yeah.
I've got a blue one in the cabinet with the sewn cape.
This is one of those Princess Leia's which I had about
Yeah.
17 of. I couldn't believe it when they were just selling for like, well, I think at the time I was selling for about, God, I can't remember, about 20 quid a go or 25 quid a go. It's probably worth like, tell me how much are these worth these days?
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
No.
Maybe I did well then. But I mean, that is a fantastic figure.
It's Princess Leia though, so you could probably say 15, 20 quid.
Yeah. Put that one away, right. Got a few layers in here actually. Got a Hoth layer.
Yeah. They go for quite a lot if you've got the blaster with her.
That one, which I think is it like an Imperial Hoth Commander or something?
Rebel Commander.
Rebel Commander. And again, that scarf always used to break off. You see so many figures with that scarf like snapped off.
John Ratzenberger, that's meant to be.
But that's a nice condition one. What else we got? Again, a Lando. Is that like a last 17 one?
Yeah, General Lando. He ain't got his blaster, have you? Because I need that.
No, I don't think so.
His cloak goes for about £60 by itself.
Well, I've got some random cloaks in the bottom here, so I don't know. You could probably tell me what these.
That's Luke's.
So that's Jedi Luke's, is it?
Yeah.
And then this one, which is I don't know what that is.
That looks like I don't know.
Could be homemade for all I know. So
yeah, it looks like a later Obi-Wan Kenobi, more modern Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it could be like I don't know, like a bouncy hunter one or something, like one of those. I don't know. I've got no idea.
It could. It could be Big Fortunas actually.
A whole batch of this is a random one. So again,
yeah.
That is
Rebel
Endor stuff, and there's a whole load of blasters in there. Is that like Y-wing pilot or something?
No, it's the B-wing.
B-wing pilot.
Yeah, there's a green one that's the A-wing, which is the last 17.
It's another torture droid. Is that Prune Face?
Prune Face, yeah.
Is that a last 17 one?
No,
that's not. So.
No.
I don't like that figure. I don't know why. I don't think it's great.
You see, when in Return of the Jedi, you see a few of them, and then he goes onto the shuttle, and you never see him on Endor until the end when they're celebrating.
There's a few more Endor guys. So just like, army build.
It seems like army building.
3PO net in here. I better be careful with this, otherwise. There's a load of blasters in here, so I will go through them because just to, it's probably all pretty much.
Got belt on?
It's a what?
She got the belt on. Looks like she got the belt. Yeah.
Yeah, I got the belt.
Nice. Yeah. She needs a helmet and a blaster and a.
Is that an Endor?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Let's have a look at these. So some of these I'll probably recognise. There's one in here which is a different colour. You can tell me what the hell it is. I better be careful here because if I'm not careful, I'll lose bits.
Yeah, don't lose any blasters.
So,
it's Rebel Commando, the green guy.
Right. I've got a whole load of these.
Yeah, those are the Force Spikes for the Jabba's goons.
So there's loads of those.
Yeah, there's loads. It should be loads of those.
There's some I recognise as Hoth Trooper, Snow Trooper.
And Dengar.
Yeah. And again, that one, it's broken because the front bit's been snapped off for some reason.
They also came in the survival kit as well.
But that's one of the the ones we saw before, but broken.
Yeah. Luke Hoth.
I think that is a black.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Black Stormtrooper.
Yeah.
And blue Stormtrooper.
Yeah.
Or blue blaster.
Blue.
Yeah.
You got the blue, you got blue black, and apparently there is a black one. That's the bush stick
Right.
rifle thing.
Yeah,
It's just broken.
got a couple of those.
Yeah, they're just broken.
Another broken.
Yeah.
Shame that they're broken. Another one of them.
Yeah.
So got this, which may not be Star Wars at all. Just a little. Don't know what that is. Could be out of anything. I've got a stick here.
A stick. That's Emperor's cane.
Emperor's stick. That one I think we've seen before.
Broken, yeah.
A couple more Stormtrooper. Yeah, and there's that, which is the other end of that broken one, I think.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, no. And this, which I think is off an FX7.
Yeah. No, 21B.
21B, sorry.
Yeah. The other medical droid.
The other one. The one that speaks. Which, this one.
Yeah. He's got his own.
Got a Lando.
Yep. He got teeth or no teeth?
He's got teeth.
Oh, nice. Yeah, they go for more than the ones with no teeth, apparently.
And he's got his blaster in there.
Yeah, nice.
This is one of my favourite figures. Because it came with 2 guns. It was a tall figure.
Oh, IG, yeah.
And it had a bit. And I remember I had this originally and I lost it for probably about 2 years. And then found it. It was under my bed, but kind of had got inside the bed somehow and been hidden. And it got, I mean, he's a great figure. The fact that he's just had 2 guns seemed amazing, really.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, Bespin Luke is my favourite figure.
Yeah.
Simply because you got the handheld lightsaber and the blaster with him.
Yeah.
He got either. It was nice.
Dengar. I used to love having all the bounty hunters.
Yeah.
And I mean, when you think like in the film, you see him for about 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But
there's all the backstory on him.
Yeah, it's all about sort of just setting them all up together.
My friend had one that was unpainted. His backpack was unpainted.
Oh, right.
And he got offered £1,000 for it.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
And it obviously took it, obviously.
Got 3 of these.
Yeah, at ATST drivers.
Yeah, so I mean, going through all this, like I say, it's going to take me ages because, like I say, I've got all this sort of like 3 boxes here, which I'll just do this one today, almost finished. So I've got the other 2 here, and then I've kind of got all my large. I mean, I've probably got about 4 Falcons, got 3 AT-ATs, and it's just dragging them all out, really. Yeah. But yeah, it's probably the most interesting stuff. A Han, that's a Cloud City Han.
I was on a live stream last night, and he had about 6 Falcons. But what he wants to do is, if anybody wants to take one and do it up and do a video on it, so the community is going to be people in the community is going to be receiving these Falcons to do them up and do videos on them.
That's a nice idea.
Yeah, I thought they were really nice. That's Bespin Han.
Yeah, I mean, I think
that's probably the best Han Solo there is. The Bespin Han.
I quite like the Hoth one. I don't know why. I like the Hoth Han.
Yeah, a lot of people do. A lot of people like that.
There's that one, which that's the one I always get mixed up with the name because it didn't get named the wrong.
It's Zuckuss. It's actually Forlom.
Forlom and Zuckuss.
We call him Zuckuss because they got the names mixed up.
They got the names
mixed up. But I always call him Zuckuss.
That one, and there we go. Here's the one
that's Forlom.
So this is Forlom.
Yeah, those 2 got the names mixed up.
I had a large figure of him a few years back, which I sold. But it's a nice figure, actually. What else we got in here? Got a couple of Yodas. Unfortunately, without the cape.
What colour snake?
Brown snake. When I had the figure, I had it had an orange snake.
You know, I was looking at the values the other day, The brown snake Yoda is worth, well, not worth, but they're going for £155. Where the orange one's going for about 50, 55.
Mad.
I know. And I've got the brown snake one.
See, I'd probably
I haven't got
prefer
an
I'd prefer the orange one because that's what I had when I added. So, but another figure which I didn't have as a kid. That's Rancor Keeper. And I've got a Rancor up in the loft as well. So
cool.
That's pretty cool. A few more from Jabba's Palace, I think. All these guys.
Yeah. Squidhead and Weequay.
Another Luke. A whole batch of Rebel Hoth Trooper. A whole load of them. So more kind of army building, and it's got the glasses in there. A few more capes. Let's have a look what we got here. So is that another Luke cape? Is it?
Yes, that's a Luke. Yeah. Son cape.
And another Luke cape. It's just like so much random. This is quite nice. I picked this up at a boot fair, probably over 20 years ago, and I think I remember it had a figure with it, but I didn't get the figure because I didn't think it was a Star Wars figure, and I think I should have done.
Yeah,
because that's carbonite.
Yeah.
I think it was carbonite hand, but I didn't recognise it at the time. So
they go for about £200 now. Those.
But nice to have,
with the figure, obviously.
Yeah. Another Hoth Trooper. Oh, this is a random thing at the bottom of the box here.
Oh, nice.
Just an Ugnaught.
Ugnaught, yeah.
But did other people do this? Just like cut out the
yes, you cut out the nameplates and you sent away, and you got free figures. Yeah, like survival kit, which I've got up here.
Because I'm trying to think why I did it, and I think I've got maybe one or two cards with the hole in. You can't think
why.
But
they do actually sell the nameplates. Actually sell because
like that.
People find the card backs without the nameplate, and they want to put the nameplate back in.
But that would be originally, from when I originally had it. That's one of my original things I had.
Yeah.
Another one of them. Got loads of those. Another Emperor.
Yeah, you got Bounty Hunter's capture log, like a little fold-out leaflet, and then you sellotape the nameplates onto it and sent it off.
That's that Weequay again.
Klaatu.
Oh, sorry, Klaatu. A whole load of bikers here.
That's a brilliant figure.
He's a great figure, but this.
Have you got one with the short snout? I'm after one of those.
Let's see what we got.
Because it's a Lily Leddy.
Oh, it's a gun. Yeah, that's a cool gun.
Yeah,
definitely a cool gun.
Yeah, it's a one-off.
But again, the handle used to break on that. You see a lot of broken handles on that. Well, you tell me. Let's have a look. That one.
No.
Two more. So is it just a bit smaller?
No. It's the little black snout there.
Yeah.
If it's white at the bottom.
Okay.
That's the variant.
Well, there's this one.
Yeah, no, that's worn away.
Yeah, I thought
that's just worn away. Yeah.
Well, it looks like a white dot on there.
It's knowing what to spot.
Yeah.
I mean, seeing that on I mean, a lot of people might have seen that. It was on picture 11 of the Falcon.
Yeah, I incredible. Really.
Knowing what it is, and that is worth £100 more than the normal version.
But it's crazy to think that. I mean, you were bidding again, for it, and you got the feeling that there were maybe two other bidders who knew what it was, possibly.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe.
But you can never tell, obviously.
No.
But the fact that you think how many people collect Star Wars, and you kind of think when you're bidding on something, you kind of get this feeling that everyone's going to be on this. Like, I'm never going to get it.
30 seconds in, my heart was pounding. I think that's why I put the price up.
Yeah.
And I got a message from the seller because he saw the video. And he says,
What
I wish I'd have got the money that you
Yeah.
put in. This is
But
probably
that's
worth a bit more.
you know, that's where the knowledge comes in, isn't it? And
Yeah, that's it. That's what I would say. If you're gonna be full on collecting something, get a book and read up about it and know everything. Well, you can't know everything. Nobody will ever know everything about
do
one
the best you can.
particular topic. But that's the good thing is you're learning all the time. That's why I've got so many books. I've got books under here. I've got books over there. I've got books over there. Just on guidebooks and a lot of just Star Wars guidebooks as well.
That is
all the properties.
That's my 3PO that I put in a bag. So it's obviously the best one out of the 30 that were there. He's a nice one, a Lobot.
Lobot, yeah.
I was watching the other day about like a scene that got cut out of Empire Strikes Back with Lobot being arrested. Yeah, that's quite interesting. Did he have a gun or anything, or did he just come with that?
Yeah, he had the Bespin blaster, but
another Bespin blaster.
Yeah, came after Bespin blaster.
Couple of Bespin security guards.
Look at the white guy.
Yeah,
all the gold's gone.
Yeah,
the black guy, the gold is always there.
Is it a different type?
It's a different paint, or it's just like I don't know. It's evaporated.
It's always like that.
It's not like it's been rubbed off. It's just all gone on the white guy.
Strange.
So trying to find a white guy with gold on that hasn't or it's been painted back is quite hard to get.
Oh, back in the day, you'd probably just get one of those gold ink pens and try and fill it in.
Yeah, that's the problem when you're going on eBay and you're trying to find one that's not
been tampered with.
It's hard. It's hard to find.
Another bib. That's a good figure as well.
Yeah.
Right. Last few. Got I think that's a Luke, isn't it? Hoth Luke.
Hoth.
Again, scarf's intact, which is nice. Another Ewok.
Yeah, Chief Sherpa.
Looking at the bottom. But yeah, I mean, I definitely want to swap some of these out. And like I say, I'm not really, in that sort of community, but maybe, I should just sort of like try and get into it to sort of try and, do a few swaps.
I'm also available for you to ask questions. You know that.
Yeah. That one, which I think we've seen before, and that's got a grey Bespin blaster sort of thing with it.
Yeah. It's the only one with the grey Bespin.
Yeah,
the choices of the weapons were really weird.
Yeah, this is a nice figure because of that little hoop that holds the gun.
Yeah,
that was always pretty cool.
Holster, yeah.
That is a nice figure. I did get that little kit that you could send off. I don't know if it was Kellogg's, but you had the backpacks and the. Somewhere I've got like a blue backpack.
I've got it up here.
Blue backpack that you put Yoda in.
Yeah.
Gas masks and
I've got an acrylic. Still got the sealed bag with them all in.
Another Ewok. Is that Wicket?
Yeah, Wicket. Yeah.
So a pretty standard one. There we go. There's Ugnaught. I wonder if that's the one that.
Yeah.
With the nameplate. Now he used to have a suit, like a little briefcase, didn't he?
Yeah.
A little white briefcase.
It's purple, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Talking about that the other day, that I think
purple or blue, wasn't it?
The blue smocks just turned purple, but we can never prove it.
Yeah.
Like discoloration.
I'm
trying to find a blue Ugnaught to do an experiment on it.
Another Lando.
Yeah, that was one of the with Leia Bush, one of the first Return of the Jedi figures where the helmet came off.
Oh, this is quite nice because it's Admiral Akbar with his little. And I've got actually.
Stick.
I'll get this out of another box, but it's one of the only cards I've got. Is,
nice,
which I imagine. Oh, look on the back, it's got the two
blacked out earlocks. Yeah.
I don't know if you can see scratch marks against it. Yeah, you can. This is my like that one nearer this side.
Yeah.
It's just got like little. Me trying to
see what's underneath it.
What was I thinking? but I'm pretty sure this was probably about when I stopped buying Star Wars figures. So
I think most people did after Return of the Jedi. I mean,
yeah,
the last 17 came out in 1985, which is 2 years after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, I mean, so looking at this, it's kind of top 3 rows I kind of really had. And maybe a couple of these, maybe a few of these, but yeah, it did kind of like. It's a shame. It's weird thing you were thinking about it, because I remember definitely playing with it like last couple of years of junior, like my primary school, and then it must have been as soon as I got into secondary school, it's like, oh, well, I'm not doing. I think last year of my primary school is where a lot of people were selling Star Wars figures, and I remember people coming into school and just saying, "Oh, I'm giving them away," and throwing them, you know. So that was.
I sold mine for 18 figures.
Yeah, early 80s at least. I'm gutted I sold my Death Star. The only thing I've got left on my Death Star is I've got one clip, the instructions, and
I sold mine.
Yeah, terrible.
I actually got it signed by Bob Reekin as well, the designer.
Oh my god! And you sold it.
But I still got his autograph. He actually designed the hand for Action Man. You know, the gripping hand.
Yeah.
I got him to sign the.
Was it based on his hand?
Yes, Bob's the hand of Bob. Yeah,
I think I remember because there was a Palitoy program, wasn't there, not too long ago, and I think
Bob
had him on it.
He's absolutely fantastic, is Bob.
Yeah,
bless him. Yeah.
So these are the last 2. We've seen them before, but it's probably quite good condition ones in the bag. And there we go. So that's that box. That's the first of probably maybe 6 streams I'll do over the next 6 months. Thanks for all your help on that, Mark. I mean,
yeah, I'm here for
pretty standard
any toy talk, let alone Star Wars toy talk.
If we suddenly, stumble upon a variant worth tens of thousands, that'd be amazing. But I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, you could have.
What's the most valuable figure there is out there? I mean, Vlix. People. Which one?
Vlix, which is from the Droids line.
Oh, okay.
It only came out in Brazil.
But if you're talking Star Wars, because I know people used to go on about vinyl cape Jar Wars and all that sort of thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, vinyl cape Jar Wars. Yeah, you could be. It's £1,000.
Is there anything like for Star Wars figures? Is there anything more valuable than that? Like with variants, or is that?
Yeah, there's Blow Snaggle too. It's worth about £300-400.
Yeah,
the vinyl cape Jar was at least £1,000. But the production one is Vlix from the Droids line. Because after the 96 figures came out, they brought out Ewok figures and Droids figures.
Yeah.
And that Droids figure didn't make it to any market except for Brazil. It's like the Yak Face. The Yak Face was in our last 17 in the UK. It was Canada, UK, and Australia, New Zealand. It didn't go to the US market. And that's why everybody in the US wants Yak Faces, because they didn't get them.
Makes sense now.
That's why they're worth $250. Yeah, so that's why I'm taking mine down to Celebration.
I was going to say, have you got one of those?
$500 for it.
Have you got many sort of doubles of figures, or do you just sort of?
Not really. I've got my cabinet where I sell things in the antique place, but they're mainly variants that I like to keep.
Yeah, or if you get a better quality one, you just sort of like.
Yeah. I'm also looking for something a bit better. They're saying the White Bespin Guard. I'm trying to find a better one than that with the better gold on it.
Yeah, cool.
And there's the 4 blasters that I need that I keep looking for.
You have to let me know, what they are, because going through all of this, you never know. I might have them. I haven't got a clue really. But the other boxes I've got, like I say, there's this bag of just sort of random figures which I'll sort out before I go through, and then just sort of like just lots of weird stuff, and then I'll just have to get all my, all the bigger sort of toys, because I've got stuff like Have you got the Cantina with all the cardboard background?
Yeah, there's so many different play sets. Droid Factory, Land of the Jawas. Yeah, it could go on and on.
So I'll drag all that out. Anyway, I will end the stream there because we've been talking for almost an hour. But thanks for your help, Mark. And,
no problem. Anytime.
If you did like the video, do click the old thumbs up, and hopefully do another one of these next month. Take it easy.
See you later.